My father, Gardner Stone, has grown our dealership with one thing in mind: to treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, the way you buy a vehicle now is everything is ordered, so customers have to pick where they want to buy a vehicle. The people coming back for their second, their third, their fourth, their fifth vehicle, it's a good relationship, but that tells you that they know that we're going to take care of them. At G Stone Motors, we just don't make customers, we make long-lasting friends, and I think that separates us.
G Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont. At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Volusia Raceway here in Florida. Tonight, the 802 Modified Series, presented by G Stone Motors, will take back to the track here for round number 8. Coming in, we've had a handful of drivers win here at Volusia. CJ LeVere has picked up a win here this season at Volusia. Cole Day picked up a win, and Dean Reynolds was our last winner here at Volusia. Last week's winner, though, back at the dirt track at Charlotte, that was the youngster out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Josiah Millen went to victory lane last week. Can he do it back-to-back? But one driver that will have himself a really good starting spot here tonight, and he's going to pick up the Elmo's Pit Stop Fast Time Award here tonight. The driver out of Montana, Doug Ungari, driving car 00 tonight, racing. Of course, he told me tonight's race will be for his wife, who just got back from Seattle, Washington from surgery, so good luck to Doug, and we're glad to hear that Kim is doing all right out there. But boy, race fans, just like that, it is ready to go racing here at the Volusia Raceway. Let's head down trackside to see our starting lineup. Starting on the front row here on heat race number 1 here tonight. Brand new first race of the season. There you see car number 61, the iconic number 61. This is C.D. Coville driving car number 61 out of New York. To his outside, driving car number 4. He remembers growing up watching C.D. Coville race. This is C.J. LeVere. He'll start to the outside of row number 1. To the inside of row number 2, he drives car number 4 out of the Brissett Racing Stables. This is Scott Rayome. And starting back and forth, he had the Elmo's Pit Stop Fast Time Award here tonight. That's the 00 out of Montana. This is Doug Ungari starting in P number 4. Making his first start of the season all the way out of Huntley, Illinois, driving the 11 Illinois, the Empire Racing Team. This is Brian Hacker driving car number 11, Illinois. He'll start 5th, back into the 6th spot out of New York, making his second start on the season. Car number 518. That is Shiloh Boyce out of New York. And driving car number 59 here tonight, Chad White will start in P number 7 out of New York, and starting shotgun to the field. He drives car number 02. He goes by the name of Mr. Eric Riel out of the Brissett Racing Stables. That's your 8-car field. 4 cars to qualify here out of heat race number 1 tonight. Race fans, I hope you're ready to kick these off, because these 358 modifieds here tonight are going to put down some freaking laps here. It's going to be action-packed here. 10 laps going to be the distance here for heat race number 1. And then we'll see what that last chance qualifier will bring us up tonight. We'll start it off. Here we go. Out of turn 4, we'll drop the hammer, and we're racing here tonight with C.D. Coville out front as he'll lead us into turn number 1. 8 laps, actually. The race control just told us 8 laps the distance here for our first heat race of the evening. To the outside, though, looking a little sideways there for the 61 of Coville. He'll slip up. C.J. LeVere going to lead lap number 1 here tonight in heat race number 1. To the outside, there you see car number 41. It's actually the 41 of Doug Ungari. Remember, he had the quick time here tonight, so the 41 currently sitting there in P number 3, but he's lurking down to the inside. Brian Hacker, the driver out of Illinois, look at that. He's to the outside, a little contact with C.D. Coville. Round, gonna go the 00. There's a couple late entries here. We're looking at it, gathering up that info here tonight. But the first caution flag will come out. Brian Hacker banging some bars. We'll have to wait for the truck to show us what they have here tonight between those drivers, and I'm told they have it. This is what happened. Watch that. That is the 00 of Hacker to the outside. Hacker goes in high. CD Coville going to slide up the speedway just a little bit. Make a little contact, and around goes the 00 of Brian Hacker. So Brian Hacker going to bring out the first caution flag by throwing it sideways. The officials tonight being a little generous with the caution flags, a little early on that. It does look like, though, CD Coville will take the claim to that caution flag, so he'll go to the back of the field. He'll join Brian Hacker back there. So Hacker will start back there. CD Coville will start back there into P number 8 now. So CJ LeVere will take over the race lead with the Heath Auto Repair number 4. There's the 41. Doug Ungary. As you take a look, when the scoring comes back up, you're noticing a couple glitches here tonight. The 00 of Ungary on the scoring tower is being scored as the 00 on his car is the 41. They're working to get that sorted out. The 11 Illinois Brian Hacker on the side of his 358 modified here tonight. He's being scored as the 00. So we'll see if we can get that all worked out with our timing and scoring here in heat race number 1. We're on 6 laps, 5 laps to go when we come back around here. 5 laps for LeVere. See if he can park his Heath Auto Repair into victory lane in heat race number 1. Remember, we are taking 4 drivers out of heat race number 1 here tonight. Will it be the Hornet driver, the 4-cylinder, the hobby stock driver of CJ LeVere? Doug Ungary used to run karts back in California before moving out to Montana. Green flag's up, and a great start, though, for CJ LeVere. He'll head down into turn 1. He'll have about 3-4 car lengths lead. Scott Riome trying to go down to the bottom side of the speedway. There you see Scott Riome in car number 4. And now here comes Shiloh Boyce. Boyce making his way downtown here tonight, just kind of picking and choosing, taking his time. He's right now in a transfer spot. Doesn't have to push it too hard. Shiloh Boyce looking for P number 3. He'll slide in front of the 4 of Scott Riome. He will take that spot now, but down the back straightaway, here comes the 4 of Riome. He's going to dive right back underneath with that percent racing number 4. Try to slide up. Not quite going to be able to clear. It will be 3 laps to go. It'll be LeVere, Ungary, Riome, and Boyce. But here comes Brian Hacker. He's going to knock on the back door with that Carbon Junction Pathfinder's chassis 00. He'll bang bars down the back straightaway. He gets himself a little loose there off the back bars of the 518 of Shiloh Boyce. He'll have to now try and regroup and rebound as the popsicle stick's going up. It'll be 2 more times around here tonight in heat race number 1, brought to us by Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Middlebury, Vermont. Hacker trying to find his way into the show. Will he be able to do it? He'll go to the outside. He's going to put 4 in the fluff. Here comes CD Coville. Coville down to the bottom side. Final lap around the speedway. Battle for the race lead now heating up here in the final stages of this one. Here comes car number 41. He had the Elmo's pit stop fast time award. Doug Ungary go to the bottom side. Down in 3 and 4 for the final trip around. Who will pick it up? At the line, it will go to CJ LeVere. Doug Ungary, Shiloh Boyce, and Scott Riome will all qualify in. So CJ LeVere picking up that heat race. So, 1 heat race in the books, another one coming up, and this is how they look. Starting on the front row here, driving car number 3 out of New York, driving car number 3. That is going to be John Bragman. Bragman to start on the pole here in heat race number 2. It is outside out of North Syracuse, New York, driving the dirt car entry, the Full Throttle Motorsports number 79. This is Dean Reynolds. Reynolds will start P2. Last week's winner out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, driving the Jordan Hen Racing, turn 3 racing posse number 40. This is Josiah Millen. He'll start 3rd. It is outside out of the turn 3 racing posse number 99, the youngster, the engineer, the number 99. That's Cole Day. He'll start 4th. The driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving the Full Moon Motorsports, Full Moon Garage number 97. This is the Hamburg Hot Dog. This is Robbie Schaefer. And starting back into the 6th spot, driving car number 5, Brandon Grand out of the Gagnon Racing Stables. The Grand Family Racing entry will start back in 6th. And starting in 7th, he drives car number 93. He showed he's got a fast piece last week, and he drives car number 93, starting 7th here tonight. This is Jason Butterfield. Starting back into the 8th spot here, he drives car number 24. Back in racing action here tonight out of Vanderpool Racing. This is Stephen Turberville back there into the 8th starting spot. He will be the final starter here in our second heat race of the evening. 8 cars on the docket, 4 to qualify here out of our second heat race of the night. Was just informed after our heat races we will have a last chance qualifier, a consi, and that will consist of just 3 laps for these drivers here tonight. So they have a shootout if they don't qualify in. Let's get this one underway. Put another 8 laps up on the board. Here we go in our Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram second heat race of the evening. Down the back straightaway they go out of turn number 2, and it's going to be the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Reynolds will take the top spot as he works the outside lane. Contact between the 3 of Bragman and the 99 of Cold Day. They bang wheels and Nerf bars. Now milling down to the inside, trying to get around car number 3. A lot of good drivers here in this heat race, and right now they're all battling right there at the transfer spot. There you see the 3. That is Bregman up top. Millen, last week's winner, scooting around the bottom side of the speedway. Here comes the Hamburg hot dog, Robbie Schaefer. He lives just up the road from Mr. Millen. And right now they're battling on that transfer spot. Bregman right now back into the 5th spot. Battle for the race lead as they work down into turn number 3. Cold Day down to the bottom side in that 99. He's very familiar with picking up race wins here at the Volusia Raceway. 5 laps to go just like that. Dean Reynolds still working the outside. Cold Day trying to get around the bumps. Look at the bumps, though, working their way into the groove in the outside groove down in turns number 1 and 2. They will settle it back out for the race lead. It'll be Reynolds, it'll be Day, it'll be Millen. Robbie Schaefer holding down your transfer spot. Then Bregman and Butterfield. Here comes Butterfield in car number 93. You see in the scoring it's 93 on his car. 23 here tonight for Bregman. Or sorry, that's Butterfield. Butterfield in car number 23. The St. Lawrence Radiology car number 23. Grand right there. It's a 3-car breakaway at the front of the field currently. 3 cars of Reynolds, Day, and Millen. They're just high, wide, and handsome right now. Millen going to lurk to the inside. Robbie Schaefer with about a half slider line that time entering turns number 3. It's the popsicle sticks that time by. It's 2 laps to go. Millen going to go down to the bottom side. He's going to see if anything is down there. You want to find it? You want to find it right now in the heat race. See how this track's going to come in for the feature event here tonight. Almost 3 wide racing down there in turns 3 and 4. It'll be the final trip around the speedway for Dean Reynolds. He is currently holding that spot as they work down into turn number 1. Final trip around the speedway. Look at them. They're hungry. They are hungry right now. Reynolds was able to pick up a heat race last week, and so was Josiah Millen. Final time into 3 and 4. Cold Day going to try and go way around the outside. Not going to happen. It'll be Reynolds. It'll be Day, Millen, and Schaefer locking themselves in. Bragman, Butterfield, Garin, and Turberville will all have to go to a last chance qualifier. So just like that, 2 heat races in the books, and that's going to throw another one up here onto the docket. Let's take a look at this one. This is how they're lined up here for our 3rd heat race of the evening, brought to us by Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Middlebury, Vermont. Starting on the pole here in heat race number 3. This is going to be car number 15 out of New York, the Brissett Racing Stables entry. That's car number 15 of Ed Brissett. Now his outside, he drives the 46 here tonight. This is going to be the big man, Jonathan Hutchins. Starting behind them, row number 2, driving all the way out of Vermont, driving car number 22. It's the Raised Diane Tubing entry. This is Dylan Rabtoy driving car number 22. He'll start 3rd. Now his outside, driving car 03 here tonight out of New York, driving the Brissett Racing 03. This is Speedy Brissett. He'll start 4th. It's going to be the 29J then of Justin Carby back into the 5th spot, making his start here tonight in car number 9. This is going to be Brian Lawson. Lawson driving car number 9 out of the Magnum Racing Designs entry. He'll start 6th. And starting back into the 7th spot, all the way out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, driving car number 13, it's the big show of Kyle Lesher. Driving car number 1X2 here tonight out of the G-Stone Motorsports Lowell Motorsports Racing entry here tonight. That's Rob Lowell in car number 1X2. He'll start back into the 8th position, so he'll have his work cut out for him here tonight. 8 laps the distance, remember, in all of our heat races, and we only take the top 4. So the top 4 are due to advance themselves into the next round, which is the feature. Everybody else having to go to a last chance qualifier. So you want to be inside that top 4 here if you can. You don't want to have to go through that last chance qualifier. Nobody likes a last chance qualifier. So this time, out of turn number 4, the iRacing.com pace truck will make its way to pit road. It'll be in the hands of Ed Brissett, Jonathan Hutchins. So Jonathan Hutchins to the outside here. A great start by Ed Brissett. Brissett down to the bottom side. Everybody stacked up, jammed up, jelly tight. Here, one driver a little out of shape. That was the big show of Kyle Lesher. He gathers it back in. He's back there running into the 7th spot. One lap into the books, though. It will be Jonathan Hutchins leading that time by at the line. Speedy Brissett there in car 03. Sideways, one car. That's the 22. The race Diane Tubing, number 22. That was Dylan Rabtoy, the driver out of Swanton, Vermont. And the race Diane Tubing entry was all sorts of out of shape. And he got it gathered back up. But boy, did he lose some ground. Now he's got a battle because that's the newcomer, Brian Lawson, there in car number 9, down around the bottom side of the speedway. Lawson out of New York also. A lot of New York drivers here tonight. He's trying to lock himself into the show, but he's got to get around the sportsman driver of Dylan Rabtoy. Rabtoy working the outside of the speedway. That seems to be where a lot of the momentum is being built up here tonight. The bottom side just not quite coming in, but that time the Magnum Racing entry. You see him, car number 9, Lawson, down on the bottom side. He actually made turns 1 and 2 really work for him. Can he make 3 and 4 work? Not gonna. He's going to lose a little bit of ground as it'll be 3 to go. Battle between the Brissetts right now. The tap dancing dancer of Ed Brissett holding off Speedy Brissett right now. See them in the yellow and red, the white and red then entry there, running currently 2nd and 3rd. Jonathan Hutchins having himself a heck of a run, but the battle is still back there as the popsicle sticks are waving. It'll be 2 more times around and only 2 more times to figure out who's going to have this final transfer spot. Hutchins still out front, but he is being very pressured now. They're going to get 1 to go. Battle for the race lead. Oh, Ed Brissett's going to step on his tap dancing shoe. He'll slide right back to the outside. It's going to force Speedy Brissett down to the bottom side. Speedy's going to pick up P number 2. Does he have anything for P number 1, though? He'll slide it into 3. Let's see. Big slide job here for Speedy Brissett. Not going to be good enough. Transfer spot, though. Battle still going to go. And it'll be Hutchins, Brissett, and Rabtoy. Lawson, Carby, Lesher, and Lowell will all have to go to a last chance qualifier. Just like that, 3 heat races in. Everybody locked in. That's 12 cars already locked in. Everybody else to this last chance qualifier, and this is how they're going to look for this one. Starting on the front row here in the last chance qualifier tonight, starting car number 61 from the pole. This is C.D. Coville. This is outside, driving car number 3. This is John Bregman. He'll start back in P number 2. And driving car number 9, the Magnum Racing Designs, Vanderpool Racing entry, car number 9 of Brian Lawson will start back into P number 3. And all the way out of Huntley, Illinois, driving the number 11 Illinois, this is Brian Hacker. He'll start 4th. Jason Butterfield in car number 93 will start back into the 5th spot. Justin Carby in the 29J will start back in 6th. Eric Riel driving the 02 entry will start 7th. And the Gagno Racing number 5 of Brandon Guerin will start back in 8th. The big show Kyle Lesher is scheduled to roll off from the 9th position. Chad White driving car number 59 will start in 10th. And Stephen Turberville will start in the 11th position. Starting shotgun to the field here tonight, driving the 1X2 entry. This is Rob Lowell. He'll start back into the 12th spot. So, that's your starting lineup for the last chance qualifier here tonight. Who do you got making it in? Who do you got going home? Well, let me tell you this, race fans. Nobody's going home. We're all staying right here. Every single one of these drivers here tonight will make it into the big dance. We have enough spots. So, race fans, ready for this? You've never seen this, a last chance qualifier. Are you ready for this? Well, you've seen a last chance qualifier before. That part I'm sure about. But have you ever seen a 3-lap last chance qualifier? Oh boy, here we go. 12 cars, 3 laps. Get it now at the line. Green flag's up, 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go here in the last chance qualifier, and it's going to be C.D. Coville going right down on the bottom side of the speedway. Contact Brian Hacker trying to work his way. Hacker now going to fall back into P number 3, but how long will he stay there? Popsicle sticks up. 2 to go. 2 to go. If you gotta go, you gotta go now. Here comes the 93. That is Jason Butterfield, actually, and it looks like they have figured that out. Ryan Conrad on the side of that one also. There's Eric Riel back there. They're battling all over. Final lap. CD Coville trying to take his last chance qualifier win here tonight. 3 wide for third. Lawson to the outside. Hacker in the middle. Butterfield in the middle. Checkered flag coming out as CD Coville going to lead it from green to checkered out of 4. It'll be CD Coville picking up the last chance qualifier win. Bragman, Lawson, Hacker, Butterfield, Guerin, Carby, Riel will then round down that last chance qualifier. So CD Coville picking up a last chance qualifier here tonight. A good run for him for that 3-lap little bit of a dash. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get our invocation started here tonight, and we'll be back here at Volusia for the round number 8 feature brought to us by GStoneMotors.com.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
My father, Gardner Stone, has grown our dealership with one thing in mind: to treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, the way you buy a vehicle now is everything is ordered, so customers have to pick where they want to buy a vehicle. The people coming back for their second, their third, their fourth, their fifth vehicle, it's a good relationship, but that tells you that they know that we're going to take care of them. At G Stone Motors, we just don't make customers, we make long-lasting friends, and I think that separates us.
G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont. At Stone CDJR, Not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here tonight, race fans, here at the Volusia Raceway for round number 8 of the GStoneMotors.com 802 Modified Series. This points championship battle we have had so far has been a good one. We talked about drivers that have picked up wins. Well, the driver that right now has the overall points championship lead, he has not picked up a win. His name is Speedy Brissett. He leads that points championship coming into round number 8 here, just over Josiah Millen, who picked up a win last week. CJ Lavera is sitting third. John Michael Brissett, who has the hot shoe this year, he's picked up a handful of wins. He's back there in fourth, though. Dylan Rabtoy rounds out your top 5 in the championship standings here tonight for round number 8. Cars are down onto the grid. We are starting to get ready to go racing here tonight. Race fans, let's go down there and get that starting lineup here for your feature event here tonight. Starting lineup is brought to us by Sun Chrysler Jeep Ram of Middlebury, Vermont. And starting on the pole here for your feature is going to be CJ Lavera, the Heath Auto number 4. He'll start P number 1. Piz outside, the driver out of North Syracuse, New York. Driving car number 79, the Full Throttle Motorsports dirt car number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Driving car number 46 out of New England. This is going to be Jonathan Hutchins starting back in third position. Driver all the way out of Montana. He picked up the Elmo's Pit Stop Fast Time Award for the first time this season. He drives car 00 out of Montana. This is Doug Ungari. Driving car number 99, a two-time winner this season. Cole Day will start back in 5th. Speedy Brissett, your points championship leader coming in. He'll start 6th. 7th will be the 518 of Shiloh Boyce out of New York, and Josiah Millen out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania will start back there into the 8th spot. Ed Brissett in car number 15 will start in 9th. Scott Riome in the number 4 entry will start 10th. Robbie Schaefer out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, he will go from P number 11 here tonight, while the race Diane Tubing, number 22 out of New York, out of Vermont. Vermont driving that is going to be Dylan Rabtoy starting back there in 12th. 13th here tonight on the grid. He picked up the last chance qualifier win. That's going to be CD Coville. And starting car number 3 in the 14th starting spot here tonight, that is going to be John Bragman. 15th will be Lawson. 16th will be Brian Hacker. Jason Butterfield, Jason Butterfield, car number 93, will start 17th. Brandon Guerin will start into the 18th spot here tonight. Justin Carby will start 19th. Eric Riel will start 20th. 21st will be the big show of Kyle Lesher, and Rob Lowell will start 22nd here tonight. 23rd will be Chad White, and Stephen Turberville will also be back there into the 24th spot. One scratch here tonight. Does look like the 518 of Boyce will not make the call to the grid here, so we'll go with just 23 drivers. 23 drivers. We'll go around one more time, it does look like, before we drop the green flag as the lights come back out onto the pace truck. I believe a courtesy lap here for the driver of the 518 of Shiloh Boyce. So now they go out. Maybe we'll go this time. Let's see if they come back on to give Boyce at least another lap. We are here on the iRacing.com platform racing virtually, so these drivers do have to deal with, well, their computers. Something may happen. They might drop an internet connection. Something on their computer goes a little bit of a haywire. So we do like to give sometimes these drivers a little bit extra, a little bit of a courtesy lap as we would in the racing industry. So we do that here on the iRacing.com platform. But now the lights are off. The pace truck is off. The green flag coming this time here on the board. It'll be 40 laps in round number 8. And we are green for the 802 Modified Series. Green flag up. $23,358 modifieds here tonight at Volusia to complete lap number 1. It'll be CJ Lavere, but look at them, jammed up, jelly tight. Jonathan Hutchins, Josiah Millen, Cole Day. They are 3 wide racing. 3 wide racing. Now they take it down to just 2 wide down the back straightaway, but boy, do they have a heck of a battle going on. Look at them as they come down the front straightaway at us. CD Coville's in a 3 wide battle back there. There's Robbie Schaefer, Ed Brissett getting a little bit out of shape. That's all the way back here for just outside the top 10. CD Coville going to drive it in. Brian Hacker tried to come under. They were just about 4 wide, jammed up, 1 car around. That'll bring out the first caution flag here as it was just getting hot and heavy. So 4 laps in the books. First caution flag coming out. I do believe it's going to involve Rob Lowell and Eric Riel involved, it looks like. Those 2 cars, you see them pulling away. There's the G-Stone Motors Fellow Light Trailers 1X2 entry of Rob Lowell. This is what happened to Rob Lowell. There you see the 02 also right there in this mix. Contact made. Just 2 drivers going for that same spot. Watch it again from another angle. Riel just into that quarter panel. So the first caution flag coming out as we were really getting deep into this one. We had 3 wide, we had 4 wide. And then we had a caution flag, unfortunately, so continue to see what we got here tonight. CJ LeVere is the race leader currently. So the caution light's going out. CJ LeVere going to take the outside here. It's going to put the dirt car number 79 of Dean Reynolds down to the bottom side. Row number 2 will be Doug Ungari, the 00 entry. Then it'll be the 03. That is Speedy Brissett, Josiah Millen, and row number 3 with Cole Day. That's how the first 3 rows are going to line up here to go back racing with 4 laps in the book. Does not look like Shiloh Boyce was able to get back out onto the raceway, unfortunately. Pace truck about to dive in. Here they come. The 358 Modifieds come back to life. Great start by the outside row there of CJ LeVere. He will take the race lead as Dean Reynolds will fall back into P number 2. He's got Speedy Brissett to the back bumper bars of that car, but man, I keep telling you, race fans, they're racing hot and heavy all over the raceway. They were 3 wide. Brian Hacker stuck back here right behind Robbie Schaefer. Here comes CD Coville again. There's Brian Lawson. Brandon Guerin is right there. Kyle Lesher. Everybody jockeying for spots. 3 wide back there. Battle up here inside the top 5. 00 of Doug Ungari trying to make the bottoms out of the speedway work, and it's just not quite working just yet. Yellow flag coming out onto the speedway here. Yellow flag out, and it looks like the number 61. That's the 61 of CD Coville out of New York. CD Coville. Now they're trucking number 61. Did he have a little help? He was right there in that battle that we were talking about there momentarily. See him up to the outside. Oh, him and the 9 going to bang bars out of turn 4, and then they get together down into 1. Kyle Lesher absolutely nowhere to go. He piles into that one. CD going for a little bit of a wild ride. Right on board with Kyle Lesher and the Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram onboard camera. See him with nowhere to go. CD going for a wild ride. So that brings the caution flag out for the second time here tonight in our 40-lap feature event. Nothing's changed up front in the top 2 positions. The only thing that's really changed here tonight is one driver starting to make his way through the field here as he can, and that is the number 24 right there, Stephen Turberville. Driver out of Walker, Louisiana. The farthest south driver here tonight. Race control telling the entire field here tonight. Still 23 cars out onto the racetrack, 23 cars on our lead lap, and it's still C.J. LeVere out front with Dean Reynolds. I believe it was one of the Brissettes tonight here who ate at Dinosaur's Barbecue up in Rochester, New York. That's one place that I haven't got to. They have a restaurant up in Syracuse, New York also. Dean Reynolds very familiar with that and told me I'm missing some good food up there. One time we're going to have to get there, but first time, we got to get this underway. Green flag's back out. C.J. LeVere with an early jump here. He'll lead Reynolds down to turn 1, off turn number 2. Down the back straightaway they go now. Doug Ungari trying to make the move to the outside of the 0-3. That is Speedy Brissett. Speedy down on the bottom side. Cold Day also down to the bottom side. Ungari will have P number 3 at the line with that 0-0. Inside lane just does not seem to be the place to be right now. Battle for the race lead is certainly heating up, and that is that gold and purple number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Reynolds now starting to slide back. He was closing in on C.J. LeVere. Remember, C.J. LeVere does have a win here in these 358 modifieds with the 802 modified series. Look at the scrum back here that is going. They just banged off each other. That was the Full Moon Garage number 97 of Robbie Schaefer, who banged it off the D&H Automotive entry there. That's the 46 of Jonathan Hutchins. And Brian Hacker actually fell back because of that contact. Hacker's back running into the 11th spot right now. Just can't work his way through the field as they're running. Everybody through the bumps down in turns number 1 and 2 that are really getting bad as they're starting to be more like a whoop section. Now the inside rolling here. Contact, the number 40 of Millen. All sorts of out of shape on the front straightaway. He just banked it off the back Nerf bar there of car number 99 of Cold Day. As they both kept it going. Some good driving there by the 40 of Millen, who was all sorts of out of shape. He picked up last week's feature event win at the dirt track at Charlotte. Now Millen goes from running up into the 5th spot all the way back to the 8th spot behind Robbie Schaefer. Scott Riome back behind them as the caution lights are on. Caution lights for the 3rd time on. 14 laps will be completed. Car number 93. Driver out of Syracuse, New York, going around, and his 358 modified has definitely seen better days. He will bring his machine to pit road. I do believe they do have one quick repair if they were to need it. Let's see if he does take that. He does, and he'll go right back out onto the speedway. So, Butterfield will be able to join at the tail of the field with a brand new 358 modified here tonight. What happened to Jason? He's running behind Ed Brissett, and Brissett going to climb a wheel. Nerf bar hooked, and oh wow, some of the hardest contact we have seen. Good thing we're racing virtually because that one was head on into the wall. Watch on board with our Stone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram onboard camera. Climbs the wheel there, that's the 15 of Brissett. Ouch. Even while sim racing, that one's gonna hurt. That one hurts just watching it. My wrist hurts from the kickback from the wheel on that one. So we're ready to go back racing just like that. Here on iRacing, we don't have very long cleanups, which is pretty amazing. Keeps these drivers moving. So it'll be C.J. LeVere taking the outside in the Heath Auto Repair. Number 4 to the inside is the dirt car, number 79 of Dean Reynolds. He'll have to be the front row. Outside then of row number 2 is Doug Ungari. Speedy Brissett going to have to restart on the inside once again, but he was making the inside work. Let's bring him back here into the restart zone. Green flag up as they come back to life down the front straightaway. C.J. LeVere will lead him to turn 1. CJ has the lead down the back straightaway by about 2.5 car lengths as the battle back here. That's the 0-0 of Ungari still back in 3rd. He's got the 99 starting to breathe down his neck on the inside. It's been an outside lane dominant track, but now everybody seems to be going down low here. That's the 99 of Cold Day down on the bottom side. Speedy Brissett's down there. Look at Dylan Rabtoy. Usually we see Rabtoy going down around the bottom catfishing. Tonight, though, he is high, wide, and handsome. But look at Robbie Schaefer. Schaefer running about a half a car length underneath the 22 of Rabtoy that time as they go down into the corner number 1. Millen right there trying to figure out where does he want to go. Does he want to follow his counterpart out of Pennsylvania? He will down to the bottom side in 3 this time. Rabtoy still keeps it wound up around the outside. Brian Hacker now inside the top 10 after that restart. He jumped Turberville and I believe Bragman to pick up that 9th spot. But Turberville still the biggest mover and shaker at the dance. That unsponsored number 24 is sitting right there into the 11th spot. Battle for, well, you name it, it's a battle for it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's all a battle on the track going on. The 00 of Doug Ungari going to go back down to the bottom side with that orange and black 00. There was a battle for just a brief moment for the race lead. Dean Reynolds did get to the inside of the number 4, but CJ LeVere slams the door, and he holds on with just 21 laps to go. Bouncing through turns 1 and 2 they go, and that was the 03. That was the Brissett Racing entry, still up onto the outside groove here tonight. Back into 1 they go. Watch that 03 hits the whoops. Cold Day going to slide through the middle there. He hits the whoops also. 20 to go, halfway home. Caution. Caution, lights on. Caution lights on. CD Coville having some problems, I believe. Possibly Ed Brissett also going to be involved in this one. Take a look. There's the 61. Coville down to the bottom. Oh, he found the inside, and let me tell you how easy that is. The 59 of Chad White also getting involved. Right on board with CD down into turn number 1. He was following Kyle Lesher. Turned early, and that wall just turns out. '61 down in the corner. There is Jason Butterfield. He is involved. Remember, he had to go to the back and pick out a backup car to keep running here tonight. He was involved in that one also. One of those strong front runners from last week. So now there's going to be damage on that car. We'll see if he can get that car back to the front here. CD Coville, Ed Brissett, and Shiloh Boyce are the 3 drivers right now that are currently sitting in the hot pits. The Shiloh Boyce team is still trying to get that car out there. There's still 20 laps to go, and 2 cars down in pit road. That is 2 spots they could possibly pick up. We'll see if that car does get back out onto the raceway. But the iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck is turned its lights off, or whether, well, maybe they broke because they didn't buy that Silverado from G-Stone Motors. CJ LeVere to the outside, Dean Reynolds to the inside. That's how your front row is going to look. And CJ LeVere says, let's fire these bad boys back off. Slide in turn number 1. That's going to be Reynolds sliding up to the outside right in front of the 00 of Doug Ungari. That's going to push Ungari up out of the groove. Here comes the 03, Speedy Brissett now trying to work his way. Look at these two. They've been locked together like they're slow dancing here all night. Robbie Schaefer in the 97 and Brian Hacker in the 11 Illinois. They've just kind of been running together all night long. They're going to pass the number 99 of Cold Day down the back straightaway. As that 03 of Brissett still down to the bottom side. Brissett still to the bottom side. Robbie Schaefer now trying to look underneath that 00 of Ungari. Ungari going through the bumps, the whoop section on the turn 2 exit. Caution lights coming on for the 5th time here tonight. Possibly, I'm being told, possibly may involve Brian Lawson may be involved, and Eric Rio. We'll wait to see. There's the 9, the Magnum entry. Take a look. 9 down around the bottom side. He's following the 46 of Hutchins. And now he gets right into the back bars. Nowhere for Lesher to go. Nowhere for Riel to go. Big chain reaction down there in turn number 1. Right on board from the nose camera. You're riding on board with Brian Lawson. Right into that left rear tire, and Kyle Lesher was right there. Then Hutchins going to go up into the outside wall. Facing back, watching Kyle Lesher into turn 1. There's the contact, and everybody actually going to point their cars back into the right direction and keep on going here tonight. So everybody will rejoin at the rear of the field. Cars that were involved, though: Lawson, Lesher, Butterfield, Lowell, White, Riel, all involved, and Jonathan Hutchins. So everybody just tag in the back. They file all in. CD Coville has rejoined the racing surface. He is currently sitting 1 lap down on the timing and scoring sheet that was just passed to me. Ed Brissett has called it a night. He's already taking more dance lessons. Shiloh Boyce, it does not look like their team is actually going to come back out. They have put the tools down. 17 to go. It'll be 16 to go at the line. Here we go. $16 to go. What happened to Dean Reynolds? Dean Reynolds on that start was scheduled to start in second, and he fired that car off. And immediately the caution lights coming on, and you see damage to the number 79, the dirt car entry out of North Syracuse, New York. Maybe a possible tire down there on the number 79. Well, let's take a look. Fires him off in turn 4. Oh, him and Robbie Schaefer lock wheels. And Reynolds going up over and facing the wrong direction. Schaefer comes down, Reynolds going up, and unfortunately Reynolds going up and over. A couple other cars making some contact there. I believe that was Lesher and Riom. So Reynolds going to have to start now at the back. What a night it could have been for Dean Reynolds. Now is looking like it's a night he'll want to forget. So the Heath Auto Repair number 4 has led it from green so far here tonight, but somebody better knock on some wood. Don't want to give him the commentator jinx. CJ Lavera is still the race leader here. He did also pick up heat race number 1 win. CJ Lavera, Dean Reynolds, and Jonathan Hutchins have been your drivers that have picked up heat race wins here tonight. CD Coville did pick up the last chance qualifier, the 3-lap dash, we'll call it here tonight. It was a fun 3-lap dash, but we put 40 laps on the board here tonight for our feature event. We're working our 6th caution flag currently. We'll have 15 laps to go, and it will be CJ Lavera taking the outside here with Speedy Brissett to the inside. Then it'll be the 11 Illinois of Brian Hacker and Doug Ungari. That's how they line up in row number 2. iRacing.com Silver Auto Pace Truck will dive in this time. A little bit of a slower start by CJ, but we're green. Stack up at the back of the field. A big stack up as we're seeing if that's going to bring the caution lights on, or if they can get them all going. They will not. They will not. We'll call it back. We will not. We're going to have to count 1 lap as your race leader is all stormed across the start-finish line, but we will call that back. We watched that one from our cable camera down there as the green flag came out. Well, we will get us a replay of that. I believe Butterfield, Riel, Hutchins, Reynolds, and a couple other drivers that were the ones that made the contact. And let's watch. Let's see, do they get stacked up on the bottom? They do. Scott Rayome in car number 4 gets them all stacked up on the bottom. Nowhere for Hutchins to go. He went right into the back of the 93, and a night that the 93 of Butterfield would like to forget at this point. Riding here with our GoPro mounted on Butterfield's car. See the big stack up on the bottom, and when he went back to the gas, he's just getting turned around because the whole bottom lane was ready to go. Can't really blame that one on anybody really back there that got turned around because everybody was ready to go. It looked like we were going. Silverado pace truck lights are off once again, or maybe they broke once again. I'm not quite sure at this point. But what's good is we're going back racing. 14 laps to go here tonight. Looking at it, still got 22 cars out there on the racing surface and 22 cars on the lead lap. Ed Brissett, Shiloh Boyce are the only 2 cars out of this feature event here tonight. They will not finish the 40 laps here at Volusia for round number 8. CJ Lavere says, man, we got to go. We got to go right now. Here comes Brian Hacker, Hack Daddy around the outside. Brian Hacker making it work. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes Speedy Brissett. He's down on the bottom side. CJ Lavere went to the top side of 3 and 4. 13 to go. It is Lavere, it's Brissett, it's Hacker, Day and Ungari, Rabtoy, Schaefer, Garrett, Millen, and Bragman, your top 10 drivers right now. Top 10 drivers, but the battle... Here comes that 00. Now everybody's starting to go back to the top side. We saw a lot of drivers down around the bottom side. Now everybody going high, wide, and handsome, except for down in turn 1. Everybody, it's like watching a motocross track down in turn number 1. $12 to go, 11 to go for CJ Lavere. He's opened up another 2-car length lead over the 03 of Speedy Brissett. Brissett in that red and white number 03. Driver out of Plattsburgh, New York. But Brian Hacker making his first start of the season. The driver out of Huntley, Illinois. He's going to climb the wall right in front of the field. Nowhere for Millen and Rabtoy to go. 1 car going for a ride on turn 1. 1 car up, over. That's going to be the 5, Brandon Guerin, who had a top 3 finish a couple weeks ago at Charlotte. Hacker makes a mistake, and he will collect the number 5. Watch the 11 of Hacker. He was the biggest mover and shaker at the dance and stepped on his toes. Cold day. Look at the wreck avoidance by the 99. Bad luck, though, for Guerin. Right on board here with Guerin. He thought he missed it and then just got clipped and into the outside wall with the right front tire. His night will end in an unfortunate way. He does have that quick repair, but we'll see if that crew can actually get that car fixed and squared back up. Right on board. This is with Cole Day. Oh, just turns. So in the blink of an eye, it changed the lineup here. It'll be CJ Lavere, Speedy Brissett, Doug Ungari, Cole Day, Dylan Rabtoy, Robbie Schaefer, Josiah Millen. That's how they're looking like they're going to line up. With 9 laps to go here on the iRacing.com platform, we do go single file restart. So it's a single file restart here. Looking at it, looks like Hacker will rejoin at the back. Guerin has not been able to come back out in car number 5. And we're ready to go back racing. Pace truck in. CJ Lavere says, let's go. No challengers for CJ Lavere. Everybody else trying to make their way through. 8 laps to go. Here comes Schaefer back to the inside of the raised iron tubing, number 22. Not able to do anything with it, though. Rabtoy kept his right foot in it. He'll accelerate down the back straightaway. Rabtoy going to push high. He follows the 99 of Cold Day up to the top side. 7 to go, just like that. CJ Lavera, biggest race lead that he has had all night, about 5 car lengths back, is Speedy Brissett as they work down the back straightaway. So it's Lavera, Brissett, Ungari, Day, and Rabtoy, your top 5, but they're side-by-side racing. Only driver that's right now looking pretty secure with just 6 to go, and that is CJ Lavera, but he would like to see this one run to the end. He's got a quick shoe, that's for sure. Cold Day to the outside. He's trying to get around the 00 of Doug Ungari. Two drivers, her crews are sharing information on shock setups here this week at Volusia. Day going to have that third spot at the line. Ungari going to go back to the bottom. Day is higher than anybody has been. Look at Rabtoy. He'll run right through the slick as they got 5 laps to go as they work down the back straightaway. 5 to go, 4 to go off turn number 4. Doug Ungari powers back down around the bottom side of the speedway. He's got the bottom side possibly rolling. But Cold Day goes high, bounce like he's got hydraulics, and that 358 modified. Down the back straightaway they go. They roll it in back to the top side. Brissett tried to throw a little bit of a half slider that time at CJ Lavera. Was nothing to do with it. It's all about being smooth at this point because this is the end of it. 3 to go. It'll be 2.5 and at the halfway point down the back straightaway, but they're wind up the old popsicle sticks this time by out of turn number 4. CJ Lavera going to see 2 laps to go. It'll be 2 to go for CJ Lavera, but he's got Speedy Brissett nipping on the back. Speedy's looking pretty, well, no pun intended, looking pretty speedy. He'll go to the bottom side. CJ Lavera going to stick to the outside. That's where car number 4 has been able to go. White flag is up. It's the final trip around the speedway. CJ Lavera going to try to go to the bottom, pinch off the inside. Final time down the back straightaway. CJ Lavera in the Heath Auto Repair, number 4. Looking pretty good. One final ditch effort, though, for Speedy Brissett. He'll drive it in deep, trying to work the 4 up off the bottom side. Not going to happen. It'll be CJ Lavera picking up his second win. Speedy Brissett, Doug Ungari going to hold on for 3rd. It'll be Cold Day. Dylan Rabtoy, Josiah Mill, and Robbie Schaefer across the line. John Bragman, Scott Rayome, Justin Carby back there will finish into the 10th position, but there's your winner, 2-time winner on the season. Unofficial results are on the right-hand side of the screen. Everything here tonight is, of course, unofficial till we get the word from the race control, but it will be CJ Lavera, Speedy Brissett, Doug Ungari finishing 1, 2, and 3. Cold Day was 4th, and Dylan Rabtoy was in your 5th position. We're going to take a quick break here tonight. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors, and we'll be back into the G-Stone Motors Victory Lane with CJ Lavera.
At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
My father, Gardner Stone, has grown our dealership with one thing in mind: to treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, the way you buy a vehicle now is everything is ordered, so customers have to pick where they want to buy a vehicle. The people coming back for their 2nd, their 3rd, their 4th, their 5th vehicle, it's a good relationship, but that tells you that they know that we're going to take care of them. At G-Stone Motors, we just don't make customers, we make long-lasting friends, and I think that separates us.
G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Volusia Raceway here tonight for round number 8 for the 802 Modified Series presented by G-Stone Motors. The night's race is in the books, and we have a 2-time winner here at the Volusia Raceway down in the G-Stone Motors Victory Lane. Let's go down there and talk to him right now. Let's talk to the driver of car number 4. How about it, CJ Lavera? You're able to run away here tonight, but you weren't able to hide. You had to battle for this one.
Yeah, all night I had somebody on my bumper and kept me worried all night. we made a few adjustments on the car this week, and what a difference. I told you earlier, I thought I had a piece, and I guess we did.
Yeah, you told us you had a piece, but the only piece you were missing was a headset and a microphone that was really working very well. That seems to be working now, just like this car. It is fast. What is it about Volusia that you really like? Because back there in round number 2, you were able to pick up the win right here on this dirt.
I don't know. We've run it so many times in all of our leagues. I just become one of my favorite tracks, and I just can hit it right, and we're fast.
You're fast, and that is for sure. When you take a look at the points championship, you came in sitting third. You put both your rivals that are sitting back there in first and second in the championship standings behind you here tonight. Speedy's going to finish second, so you're closing the gap on him, and Josiah Millen going to finish outside the top 5 here tonight. Only a couple rounds left here. We got 3 more rounds left this season. Can you really reel those 2 in, though, and make a bid for this championship?
We're going to need some luck on our side to be able to do that. We've been kind of like checkers of records. We do either really well or we don't finish good. So it's kind of hard to put a bid together that way. We're going to have some bad luck for us to be able to catch them, I believe, at this point.
Well, you had a good run, though, here tonight. Who do you got to thank that's back home as the red carpet rolls out? The microphone is yours.
I got to thank Heath Auto Repair for sponsoring our car. They sponsor everything. I appreciate their help. I also got to thank Turn 3 for doing the TV and G-Stone Motors for putting on the league. I appreciate everything everybody does, and I'm glad to have a place to race like this.
There you hear it from your winner here tonight out of New York. Driving the Heath Auto Repair, number 4, CJ LeVere will pick up his second victory of the season. And standing by here, the third place driver here tonight, all the way out of Montana. Doug, you're a long way from home down here in Florida, and a brand new paint scheme showing the way here tonight for you to finish on the podium.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long drive home after that one. I'm spent. I gotta give hats off to CJ and Speedy there. I had nothing for them.
You talk about nothing. We saw you go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Was that where car 00 was hooked up here tonight? We know you like to try something that these drivers don't normally do. Is that what you had in mind coming in?
Yeah, I was hoping the bottom would come in. You know, I like catfishing, and I couldn't hit it. And then once I found out towards the end there, probably about the last 10 laps or so, that the middle out 1 and 2, if you can get in underneath those bumps in 1 and 2, you're in good shape. But I just kept too much on the loud pedal and kept spinning the tires.
Spinning the tires sounds about right for you out there traveling in the snow with those box trucks and those big old wheelers out there in Montana. Can you cross-reference anything from driving in the snow out there to driving on this dirt here?
Yeah, you know, I don't think chains would work very well on these small blocks or the big blocks, but I don't like putting chains on anyways. It's a lot funner without them.
It always does look good, especially with that new paint scheme. Tell us about the new paints on the car here this week.
Yeah, I guess the boys over at Turn 3 wanted something special, so I guess I had to spend a little time and put something together for them. Turned out pretty good.
Well, it turns out great for you here tonight, Doug. Another podium finish here with the 802 Modified Series, making a name for yourself towards the front with a lot of these New York drivers. So who makes this all possible, though, to keep this 00 looking sharp and running strong?
Yeah, first and foremost, you know, I just want to thank G-Stone Motors for sponsoring the series and putting it on, and Rob for doing all the admin work. I know it's a lot of time and a lot of effort, and that's really appreciated. Give us a place to run weekly, and gotta give a shout out to my Turn 3 posse boys. You know, we were chatting during the race, and Kyle was giving us some pointers, but he was seeing guys moving up through the field from the back. And I want to say hi to my mom. I know she's out there watching. My dad's out there watching, and a huge shout out to my wife. I know she's watching on the road to recovery, and hopefully everything works out good.
There you hear it tonight from the driver out of Montana. That's actually going to be the 00 of Doug Ungari. He will go ahead and finish in the third spot. We're trying to see where our 03 of Speedy Brissett has gone and run off to while we see if we can wait for Speedy. Let's see if we can go ahead and run down your race running order here at the end of this one. This is all, of course, unofficial here tonight for your feature event, and this is how they came across the line. CJ Lavere picking up the win tonight. Speedy Brissett was second. Doug Ungari does finish off here tonight in that third position. Cold Day. It'll be Dylan Rabtoy, Josiah Millen, Robbie Schaefer, John Bragman, Scott Rayome, Justin Carby. Stephen Turberville will finish back there in the 11th spot, while Brian Lawson was 12th. 13th was the big show of Kyle Lesher. Dean Reynolds will finish 14th. Rob Lowell will finish 15th. Jonathan Hutchins, Brian Hacker, Jason Butterfield will finish back there into the P18. 19th was going to be Eric Riel. Chad White will finish in 20th. Brandon Guerin will finish 21st. C.D. Coville, Ed Brissett, and Shiloh Boyce did not take to the grid here tonight. That's how your unofficial results will look after this one. Those are all unofficial results. Now let's head down trackside, though, and talk to the driver of car 03. Let's get the word in here tonight with Speedy Brissett. Speedy, a very fast car here tonight, but just coming up short at the end of this one.
Yeah, it was a hell of an exciting race with Lavere at the end. I think I found something with the last 5 laps up on the outside of 3 and 4. Just couldn't. Just maybe one more lap, maybe 2.
You talk about 1, maybe 2 more laps needed. I mean, what do you need, though, to secure a championship? You came in with the points lead. You're going to fall victim to losing a couple points to CJ Lavere with his heat race win and this feature win, but still a couple rounds left to kind of open that gap up if we could.
Yeah, I guess I would have to say consistency. Keeping the panels on the car would be good. These next couple weeks, I just have to maybe try to qualify good and stay up front.
What's going to be the hope, though, other than qualifying? Where's this car really like? The Brissett Racing entries have been all good when we go to the dirt track at Charlotte, and that's where we're going to be headed next week.
Like I said before, I'm too far. I don't like that wall up there on Charlotte, but maybe if we could change the track state where the bottom comes in at the end of the race, maybe you'll finally see a win coming out of the 03.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at the dirt track at Charlotte. But before we let you go, who do you got to thank on the 03 entry here tonight? And don't say the tap dancer Ed Brissett.
No, I got to throw it out there. What's his name? Oh, geez. I think his name is Scotty Riom, part of the Brissett Racing team. So he's looking forward to me saying hello. Got to thank Todd Stone with the crew at G Stone Motors and Rob Lau for putting this lead together and the Brissett Racing team.
Well, there you have it. The driver of car 03 here tonight, Speedy Brissett, who came in as your championship leader. He will finish second in tonight's race. He will retain the points championship lead leaving here. And, well, we'll see if he can extend that lead. He's had some good runs at Charlotte. Has not been able to find victory lane just yet this season. But, man, it was a good show here tonight from the Volusia Raceway. Here for round number 8 for the 802 Modified Series presented by G Stone Motors and StoneCDJR.com. Race fans, for everybody at the 802 Modified Series, all of us here with the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show here from Volusia. In 7 days' time, next Tuesday night at 8:30, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, you get to see more racing action, more of this dirt competition with these 358 Modifieds for the 802 guys at the dirt track at Charlotte. But till we see you then, race fans, my name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
At Stone CDJR, not only do we sell Jeeps, we learned how to drive them. Stone CDJR, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
My father, Gardner Stone, has grown our dealership with one thing in mind: to treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, the way you buy a vehicle now is everything is ordered, so customers have to pick where they want to buy a vehicle. The people coming back for their second, their third, their fourth, their fifth vehicle, it's a good relationship, but that tells you that they know that we're going to take care of them. At G Stone Motors, we just don't make customers, we make long-lasting friends. And I think that separates us.
G Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.